Hey, we are at, I forgot where we're at, Westin Bayshore Hotel in Vancouver. Starting out with the bathroom. We've been here already quite a bit of the day, so it's a little messy, and we just took showers, and they don't put fans in bathrooms anymore. Does anybody notice this? What's up with that? Fans are needed, not just for cleaning the air, but also it gets all the humidity out of here. So Scott's in the bed, so I'm going to do this really quick. He's probably going to yell at me. But anyways, real cute room. Minus, oh my gosh, on the other side, seagulls. So, all right, so bed, Scott's over there. Little chair, ottoman. It's a mess. You know, we are living out of suitcases for 2 weeks, and on top of it, we really did not want to unpack. Oh, here's me. We didn't want to unpack because we knew we were only going to be here the one night, and then tomorrow we get up early. Put it around on me. All right, so that was just a quick review. So here's a little bit about today. I will try to keep the video not too long. So we woke up this morning. I get so antsy and anxious on days when we're wrapping up the trip and we know there's like things that need to happen and we got to wake up in time and we had to go through customs, and I just overthink and I overworry, and it definitely causes me to lose sleep. And so I didn't sleep so good. My stomach was kind of in knots, and so I tossed and turned. And I think I said in my video yesterday that I don't get motion sickness. I think anybody that went through the rough seas that we did would probably get a little motion sickness. So I was fine the whole day. Did not feel sick at all. Didn't feel like my balance or vertigo or any of that stuff felt off until I ate dinner. And then dinner just sat like a rock in my stomach, and here and there I just would get a nauseous feeling and stuff. So last night was rough, and like I said, I don't know if it was just being anxious, the rough seas, or just probably just a combination of everything. 2 weeks of being on vacation, it's just a lot on the body. So anyways, didn't sleep good. Woke up this morning, woke up before the alarm, was a little excited, had a look out. Were we in Vancouver yet? And you could definitely tell you were seeing freighters in the water, and we were still moving, but we were definitely very close to Vancouver. So we pulled into port at 7:30, which was exactly as planned, and everybody needed to be out of their cabins by 8 a.m. So we did that. And then everybody gets like time slots depending on when they need to get off the ship, depending on what their transportation is and stuff. And so Princess handles all of that, and they tell you exactly when you need to go to your time slot. So ours was actually one of the very last ones, which actually, it was not bad. You'd think it'd be annoying, but it wasn't. It gave us plenty of time. We didn't feel rushed, and we were able to go to the buffet. We were able to have breakfast. We were able to just sit there and relax. And because everybody really needed to stop at a certain time, they actually there's somebody coming down the hallway. They actually stopped serving breakfast pretty early. So the nice part is that more people weren't coming in, and you didn't feel like you should give up your table to somebody else either. Not that anybody does that. So anyway, so we weren't rushed. We had a good breakfast. And then just right before our time slot, we headed down and to deck 6, where we could walk off the ship. Super easy. You go right into trying to think what they even call it. It's like Vancouver International. It's a port and everything. There is like a section there for customs. It was a breeze. I was like, did we go through customs? It was that easy. They have you fill out a form ahead of time, and then the customs guy just looks over the form. If he has any concerns, he'll ask questions. He didn't even ask me a single question, so we were fine. Hopped on a bus that Princess had that took us over to the hotel, and then we checked into the hotel. The room wasn't ready, but they said like 4 o'clock was check-in, and we got here at like 10:30, and the room was ready within like an hour to an hour and a half. So I certainly would not complain about that. We got in before noon, so hours and hours before the check-in. So I'm so gracious that Westin did that for us. So very appreciative. We then, what did we do? My mother-in-law was having some issues with checking into her flight. I had already taken care of mine. Mine was easy breezy. But there had been some challenges with my mother-in-law and my father-in-law's flights. They were originally supposed to fly out of Vancouver, and then somehow it got changed, and it showed them flying out of Seattle, so they had to get that changed back. Then, of course, the same flight wasn't available, so just a lot of screwy things. We're not sure. Everybody pointed fingers at, like, it's Princess's fault or it's Delta's fault. So whose fault it is, who cares? It's worked out. It's not the best ideal situation, but they'll be getting home tomorrow, and that's what matters. So while my mother-in-law was dealing with some of that and trying to get her check-in fixed, talking with her travel agent was great, and she did really help out and stayed on the line and just made sure that Princess took care of everything. So it was good, all resolved. While she did that, Scott and I actually walked around all over Vancouver area. We're right here at the harbor. What was funny is as we were walking around, we actually saw the Coral Princess sailing out of the harbor. So that was neat to see. We have some pictures of that, so I'll share those too. Then we came back after that long walk, and we were gone probably a couple hours. I know we walked a few miles in that, and there's this beautiful park right here, Stanley Park, and they have a lot of different things here. There's an aquarium, but we didn't go to the aquarium. There was like a botanical garden. There's a little restaurant like tied to it, but we walked through the gardens. Those were beautiful. There's some neat totem poles here, a little gift store. So just real cute park, and the weather was really nice. It was, a little overcast, but it must have been like in the high 60s or low 70s. It was mild, it was easy to walk around, and we definitely enjoyed ourselves. Then we came back, and I made reservations right here at the restaurant at the hotel for 7 with my in-laws, and we had our last dinner together. We said goodbye to them. So bittersweet, and tomorrow morning we will get up early and start our flight back to Detroit. So first flight is from Vancouver to Minneapolis, Minnesota. We will have to go through customs on the Canada side, but from my understanding, it's all taken care of at customs in Canada, and that you won't have to do anything more when we get over to the States. So fingers crossed, all that goes well. We're not bringing anything in crazy. I didn't go shopping. We didn't buy any alcohol or anything like that. So it should be fairly easy to get through customs, so I'm not worried about that. And some long flights, and it'll be a long day, but that's what's going on. So, all right, thanks for watching. Everybody take care.